What was the one thing that you would tell yourself, like beginning this, like what's one word of advice you'd give yourself, like just starting, or maybe just someone that's watching this call, like what would you say if they were just starting out?
The great thing about this course, I would say, is that all of these skills, they transfer to other businesses and other sectors of the internet that you can make money. You learn how to sell, which Nick is fantastic at. He's a great salesman. His process is great. And you learn how to rank something on there, you will have lifetime skills to make sure that you never have to work for someone ever again. And that's what I would say if people are hesitant to buy this course. It's like, it's not just for rank and rent. Learning to sell in a process that's broken down for you, like it is in this course, I mean, it's paramount to anything. All of the most successful people in the world, Mark Cuban always says, he's like, my number one skill is that I can always sell. So it's like, once you can sell and you know a process, you can transfer that to anything. And the one thing Nick told me, because I was hesitant at first, guys, I didn't want to do this because I'd already gotten a couple deals and I was like, I think I can figure this out. And I got on the closing call and I'm sitting there like, all right, bro, well, like, let's see, what do you got? Like, and the one thing that he said that resonated with me is that if you feel like you're in a position similar to mine, it's going to save you a ton of time. It's like, yeah, you probably could figure it out. And like, I might have figured it out in 6 months. It could have taken me a year to get really comfortable. But because I made the investment into the course, and I did that, all of the deals that I could have made over that time, if I was just doing things the right way, will eclipse the cost of the course in the long run. So that's what I would just say. If you're in a position similar to mine, I mean, as soon as I did this, I quit my job, I packed the car, moved my girlfriend and my dog, drove all the way across the country. I had the opportunity to move in with my business partner, but it's the best thing I ever did. I'm probably never going to have to work for anyone ever again. Yeah. And I'm excited. Every day I wake up, I'm like, let's go, baby. I'm about to make some money today. You guys can do that too. You just got to stick to the process. I
remember like just thinking like, oh, this is a really good use of my time. But then you're like, well, then I can't focus on this task that's actually going to be making me money. So you start to like prioritize like what's most important. And you'll notice that a lot of times people waste your time. Like there's so many business owners that you'll talk to and they say they're interested and they're really not. Like there's so many things that happen that you're like, dude, I'm just wasting my time and I need to move on. And so I think when you truly realize like the difference between like your time and then like how much time it's going to spend you to actually look at the course, like you literally, like you said, it's literally going to pay for itself. It's just a matter of time.
It will take time too, especially if you're looking, because obviously you're going to fish for more information. So now instead of following just Nick and one course of like the right way to do it, you're piecing together information from a bunch of other people. Like there's more content on traditional rank and rent rather than what we do here. So you could get those two things convoluted, and now you're wasting your time building out this crazy website, and then you're still running ads to like you can confuse things. Like, and wasting your time with with business owners, it's like once you get confident. In the beginning, I found that one guy and I was like, I will do whatever I can to get this guy to close this deal. When in reality, I probably the second call he missed, I should have been like, all right, bro, we're done. I'm finding someone else. So, yeah. And it's like, once you get that confidence, you don't have to hold on to that one person that's like, yeah, sure, I'll take a few free leads.
Well, and to be honest, you have to be kind of like cocky, not cocky, but like you have to have a little bit of like, I don't need you mentality, because deals started to come so much faster when I literally had the mindset of like, if this call doesn't work, who cares? Like if this business owner is not the right fit, who cares? When I started like struggling and I started to like get in the slump was when I was like, I'm going to make sure I sell this. Like no matter what I do, it's going to go through. And Nick says this all the time. He said when he was knocking doors, he was like, every door I knocked on, I am going to sell. But he that later found out that's not the case. It's like, it's who you're knocking. Who are you calling? Who are you trying to prospect? That's who you're going to sell. So when he said that, I was like, oh, this starts to make sense. And there's going to be so many people that you're going to virtually call them or knock on their door, whatever, and they are going to say no. And you kind of have to just accept that, because it was kind of hard at first, because I was like, well, I'm just not a good salesman. Like, why am I not selling this guy? But most of the time, if you don't sell them, there's a reason why, right? Maybe you get a bad feeling, or maybe they don't have the money. But don't try to qualify someone that's not necessarily ready for what you're doing, because I've landed deals, they were kind of like dirty deals where I knew they kind of weren't ready, but like I was like, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They could pay the first week, they were ready. I was like, okay, I could be optimistic, but at the back of my mind, I was like, they're most likely not the right fit, right? Like you kind of just know with business owners, and the more deals you get, the more you're like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. This is how I'm going to go about it. But until then, you have to have have confidence, because if you don't have confidence in what you're doing, people can smell it. I went back and watched my previous call and I was like, how did I even land this call? Like I literally was so all over the place. I was hesitant. I was timid. And now it's like, I just, if I don't land it and they're not the right fit, I just say, yeah, it's just not a good fit. Sorry about it. And then just move on.